Hello students, in this video I am going to explain user input methods in Java. There are four ways to take user input. First one is using command line argument, second using console class, third using scanner class, and fourth using buffer reader class. Now we will see each one of these methods with example. So the first method is command line argument. So in this method, command line is given to the string array args. Now the string array is written in our main method, that is public static void main string args, and the values entered by user are stored in this array. Now let's see the example of this method. So here I have taken one class and the name of the class is command line. Then main method is written public static void main string args. Now system.out.println and names entered by user. Here whatever the values entered by user in the command line will be printed, and the values entered by user are stored in this array args. So the values of this array will be stored in one variable. So here we have taken one variable. Name of that variable is val. In this variable we have stored the values entered by user in this args array, and it is written in the for loop. So for the length of this array, all the values entered in this array will be stored in this string variable, and then this variable is printed. Now let's run this program. Java C command line dot Java. Sorry, it's command line. Java C command line dot Java. Okay, it is compiled successfully. So let's run Java C command line, and here I will pass the values which I want to print. Suppose I have written my name Arhanti, and when I press the enter, these values will be printed. See, names entered by user are Arhanti, the name that I have passed as a command line argument while I run the program. So this is the one way by which we can take the user input. Now, as values entered by user is taken as a string in Java. So if we want to enter any other values, we need to convert that. For example, if you want to enter integer value, then we need to convert the values to integer using integer class. Same way, if you want to enter float value, then we need to use parse float. For double, we need to use parse double to convert string into respective data types, because whatever values entered by users are always taken as a string in Java. So let's see the example of this, that how we can convert string values into respective data types. So again here one class is taken as a class parse method. Name of the class is parse method. Main method is taken. Then integer a equals to integer dot parse integer args of 0. So whatever the first value passed by the user, that will be first element of this array, and that is converted into integer and stored into the variable a. So this is the meaning of the sentence integer a equals to integer dot pass integer args of 0. So the first value entered by user will be converted into integer data type and stored into variable a. Now second value entered by the user will again be converted into integer data type and stored into variable b. Now I want to perform addition of these two values. So integer sum equals to a plus b, and when I print the values of this variable sum, then the addition of a plus b will be printed here. So now let's see this example again. Java C parse method dot Java space name of the class, and here I am entering two values 34 and 56. So the value of A will be 34 and B will be 56. First number is 34, which is passed by me as a first argument. Second number is 56 is the second argument, and the sum is 34 plus 56, that is 90. So this is how you can take string values and any other values using command line argument. Now let's see second example, that is using console class. Now for the console class, we need to import java.io.console package, and then using the console class, we need to create the object of that class. C is the object of console class. So console C equals to system.console. Next, the main benefit of this console class method is we can also take a password from the user. So whenever the user enters the password, it will not be visible to anyone else. So this is the method. When the user enters the password, then it is converted into the password method. So character ch equals to c.read password. Using read password method, values entered by user will be in the password form, and then this ch is converted into string value and stored in the variable name pass. And when I print this pass, then and only then the value of this password will be shown. So this is the second method using console class. First, we need to import this package java.io.console. Second, we need to create the object of the console class. Third, if you want to enter the password, then we need to take read password method. And if you want to print the password, then convert the password into string value and then print it. Now let's see the example of this. Java space console. Now here I am typing my name as a password, but it is not visible. But when I print its value, then and only then it will be visible. See, the password is ARHANTI. So console method is used to hide the values entered by user. Next, another method, that is scanner class. For scanner class, we need to import java.util.scanner package. Then again, as we created the object in console class, we need to create the object in scanner class also. The scanner in equals to new scanner system.in. Now in is the object of the scanner class. In this method, we can directly convert the string values into integer and float or double, whatever we need. So to read the string value, this is the syntax: string s equals to in dot next line. It will read the string values entered by user. To read integer values, integer a equals to in dot next integer. This is the method we can convert the string values into integer directly. Next float, so float b equals to in dot next float. Using this method we can convert the values into float. And then in dot close, so it will close our console class. It will close our scanner class. Let's see this example. First value I am entering as a string, second I am entering integer, third I am entering float value. See, so you entered the string value, that is Arhanti, integer value, that is 35, and the float value, that is 45.9. So this is the example of using scanner class. First, import java.util.scanner. Second, create the class of the scanner, the object of the scanner class. For the string, we need to simply write object.nextLine. To convert them into integer or float, integer a equals to in.nextInteger, float b equals to in.nextFloat. So using this method, we can convert string values into integer and float. Now let's see another example, that is using bufferReader class. So for the bufferReader class, we need to import these packages: java.io.bufferReader, java.io.ioException, and java.io.inputStreamReader. Next, we need to create the object of this class. So bufferReader, reader equals to new bufferReader. Reader is the object of bufferReader class, and input stream is used to take the input from user. So first, if I want to enter name of the user, so system.out.println, enter the name and store this value in the string variable. So string name equals to reader.readLine. ReadLine is the method to take input as a string, and the reader is the object of this bufferReader class. Next, for the age, that will be in integer. So integer age equals to integer.parseinteger reader.readLine. So using the reader.readLine, we will take the input as a string, and using the integer.parseinteger method, we will convert them into integer value. Same way, we can print this value. So we can print the variable name and variable age. So let's run this program again. Java C, bufferReader.java. Let's pass the argument here. So first I will pass my age, enter your name, so I will enter my name, enter your age, so I will enter my age, and then it is printed here. So your name is Arhanti, which is entered by me. Your age is 32, which is again entered by me. So this is how you can take the user input using scanner class, bufferReader class, console class, and command line argument. I hope the concepts of input methods in Java is clear. And if you like this video, then please like and subscribe this channel. And for any query, email me to arhanti.daushi@bmefcolleges.edu.in. And the practicals which I have explained here is uploaded on my GitHub page, and the link of that is given in the description. Thank you so much.